Hello everyone, what a beautiful autumn morning it is. It's crisp, it's fresh, it's not too cold, it's not too hot, and I'm just out. I've been collecting blackberries, hawthorns and some yarrow, and I've also got a handful of agrimony seeds because it's the time of year when we're collecting seeds. So I like to help them to spread up the road by just scattering them. But I'm going to keep some to sow for myself and see if I can get them to germinate, and I'll have them in my own herb garden next year. So it's a time to take stock, and I like to start planning, preparing for winter really, because this is our opportunity before the weather gets too bad. And so all the things that I like to do an autumn clean, similar to the spring clean, because then I feel going into winter everything is settled right and in its place, and that means there's a lot of chores to do outside and inside the house. But before I go on, talking about getting things into ship shape and taking stock and preparing, I'd just like to take stock of everybody's kind wishes from last week. I cannot believe how many birthday wishes I got. I was overwhelmed with them. I think I had nearly 300 in the first couple of hours, so I'm absolutely ecstatic about that. And it was just way too many to respond to, so I haven't responded to any because I didn't want to be, unfair and respond to a couple. But I just want to say a really heartfelt thanks for those really beautiful birthday wishes. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate them. And, it's such a brilliant start to your new year when you get so many lovely well wishes that I just feel invincible. I can do anything now after that. Just like to also say a thank you to Francis. He kindly sent me an astrological kind of horoscope of my birthday, which I found very helpful and really gave me an impetus to do new projects. So thank you so much, Francis. And if anybody else would like to get an astrological survey of their lives, where they're at now, get their horoscope read, I'll put all his details in the box below. So thanks a million, Francis. It's really made a difference to me. So today I'm really busy. I'm going to be painting the house. I'm going to be bringing in the turf that we had delivered, and I'm going to be collecting more seeds from around the garden. So I better get started. Come on, dogs. So we've got rain expected as always, but today is okay so far. So I just want to touch up all these rust stains and wherever it's been weathered. So there's a lot of rust stains where we've had, I think there's wire wool up there, and then where the galv band has rusted. So it's just to make everywhere look nice and clean going into winter. And I'm going to clean all of this area as well. I have to take the pots off and the stones away and just get rid of all those weeds that are creeping up towards the front door. So I'll get on with that. I love to collect quartz and have it around the door because it's got such positive energy, and I think it's got a protective energy. I like to think that it's at the door, just stopping any negative energies coming in. And I love rocks. I've got rocks here. This old boot, when you're cleaning your boots coming in, it doesn't work anymore now. The brush is gone, but I like to keep the chicken because I love chickens. And there's some more quartz and interesting stones. And I'll give this a good brush down and get it all tidied up. And then I just feel that when the winter comes, we can hibernate securely, knowing that everywhere is, tidied, clean, and there's nothing else to do except hibernate. And another chore at this time of year is to collect seed heads. So I've collected many already, mainly flowers, but I'm ready now for this calendula. I've already collected some of this too. But it's such a wonderful healing ally. I must do a video about it one of the days. But now my front of the house is perfectly clean and renewed, and I've rearranged the pots. It's time to bring in the turf. So we've had the turf delivered. In the old days, it was all done by donkey and cart, and you couldn't bring it home all at once. So when my dad was a kid, he'd be sent over to the bog after school with the donkey and cart, and he'd bring a couple of baskets of turf home every day. Maybe his brothers would be with him, or maybe they would do it other times, but that was very much the tradition, that the children would go to the bog and bring the turf home. And the bog is such a beautiful, mysterious, magical place. I love to go there and work on bringing the turf out. And I love just even walking the dogs there. In the old days, all the families would be on the bog at the same time, cutting and drying the turf. And then, as I say, they'd bring a little bit home, and then the kids would have to be nipping over after school and bringing back the donkey baskets full. It's very hard work, you know, back-breaking work, cutting turf, turning the turf, drying the turf, stacking it up. Then you've got to bring it out of the bog onto the road. Then you have to bring it all the way to the house. So it does take a lot of effort, but it is such a good feeling. It gives you such a sense of security. And then, of course, there's the big job of getting this into the shed now. Some people say we shouldn't be burning turf because of the climate, whereas I say it's only come from 2.5 miles away. And I think that in the long picture, in the bigger picture, I think it's far more sustainable to use something which is right here. You know, yes, it's a carbon sink, but so are trees, forests that are being cut down to make car parks, to make these digital data centers. And, you know, this is something that human beings have done for millennia, is to burn a fire. What can be cozier? What can be better? What can better on a dark, wintry night sitting around a fire? We can pretend we're machines and we just click a switch and some heating from somewhere comes on. It all comes out of the earth, whether it's oil, gas or turf. And I like to see the flames, and I like to smell the turf. I like the smoke. There's just nothing not to like about turf. We don't just use turf in the house. We also have solar power, which gives us all our electrical needs. In fact, we've got so much solar power that we've had to buy electrical goods that we would never have used in the past, simply to use the electricity, because it's such a brilliant system that we have. And I know people might argue, don't use turf because there's solar power, there's wind power. Actually, our government is about to destroy our beautiful natural marinescape out here, our landscape, by putting giant windmills just off the coast, which is going to be incredibly detrimental to marine life, to marine mammals, to birds, not to mention the ugliness of them on the horizon, which will ruin our mental well-being as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I don't want to get onto a rant about climate change and power. This is what we do, and we're very, very happy with it. And talking about autumn and preparations for winter, it's just a great feeling to get your turf home and get it stored away. Our summer was very cool this year and very dry. with a harsh north wind, so our apples did not plump up at all. This tree is a crab apple, and it's the first year it's ever produced any fruit, so that is a thrill in itself. And they're ready now, so I will use the crab apples along with the blackberries to make some jam and to make some blackberry crumble and that kind of thing. Lots more to collect, but this will do for now, for the few blackberries I have. Come on, dogs. Oh, it's getting cold now. It's been a full busy day. I feel really satisfied. I've got lots of work done. I've painted around here as well. And it's time to go in now. I have to bring those apples in. So I just want to say once again, thank you for all the birthday messages. And if you're interested in getting the horoscope guy, it's News Buffet, NOOZBUFFET. There'll be details in the box below. And I think I'll go in now and get warm and get dinner. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And let me know if you make any autumn preparations, or if you do anything to mark the seasonal change, or how you get yourself cozy. I'll see you next week. Come on, dogs, out of the cold. Okay, bye. I hope you enjoyed today's film. If you did, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And have a look at the website danusirishherbgarden.com for more information about us and about the herbal medicine courses I offer and the Wise Woman Way training. And if you go to the shop, you can find the books, the weed handbooks and other herbal goodies. And remember, we put a new film out every Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you next week.